only 32 minutes. So to get 50 points in 32 minutes, quite an event last night for the UNC command.
Did it with 5 3-pointers against Lake Howell in an 84-45 win. And just last night, she had 25 points in a win against Bishop Moore. So half of her output in that one game, but still 25-point night good for Destiny Walker. Of course, we've got a number of district races on the boys' side that are really starting to take some shape right now. If you look at District 3, District 5 in Class 8A, I mean, what do you make of some of these races right now, especially the Evans Ocoee Apopka?
Well, you got to like Evans, the defending state runner-up, still with that kind of bitter taste in their mouth from losing a close one in overtime last year in the state championship. I've got my money on Evans. I just think that when you lose close like that in a state championship game, even though they're going into this season with a brand new coach, I think it's their turn to get back to Lakeland and finish it this time.
The Trojans were rolling, but ended up losing last night to Dr. Phillips in a close one. Well, we'll talk more about this one. I have highlights and stats of Osceola and Liberty when we come back on Bright House Sports Network. It's the Game of the Week. The Dynasty Step and Dance team here at Liberty High have been practicing all week. Get this routine on television as the cameras are here for our Game of the Week as Osceola leads the Chargers 22-18. Jeff Radcliffe alongside Travis Jones. Talk a little bit about that first half. Cortez Edwards, usually he's doing it in transition, but really shooting well from the outside, 3 3-pointers.
He absolutely has. His strength is getting to the basket. 3 for 3 from three-point land, and then you see the defense as well with 2 blocks and also helping out rebounding. He's led this team in rebounding for the past 3 years from the point guard position.
You look at the first half stats, Liberty hanging in there with that rebounding edge.
They are, but what really concerns me is the three-point shots. I think if you're Liberty, you say, all right, no more three-pointers. We're going to take our shots from the inside, and if it takes forever to get those shots, oh well.
Turnovers even at 6, and the edge to Osceola in the shooting department there, 47-32. Well, when we come back, we'll have quarter number 3 between these two Osceola County rivals. It is the Cowboys and Chargers. We'll be back right after this on BHSN. Back at Liberty High School in Kissimmee, it's Osceola leading Liberty 22-18. Chargers hanging in this one, 22-18, so a 4-point lead. Not the highest scoring game, Travis, but if we revisit our keys to the game driven by your Central Florida Honda dealers in the 2015 Honda Fit, what do you see? Yeah,
we said controlled chaos. There's been no chaos. Their press hasn't been effective. They really haven't got up and down the floor like I thought they would offensively. And as far as limiting the turnovers, Liberty's done that. They've only committed 6 turnovers in that first half. They just can't score. Really, neither team can find the bucket at this point.
The 2 leading scorers for the season for Liberty are Kamara Edwards, averaging 10 a game. He's now at 3. And DeJuan Williamson, 8.6 per game, has yet to score a bucket at all from anywhere. And he, of course, we featured at the beginning of the game, he needed to have a big game. So far, he's been absent. Still plenty of time, though. So we're now underway in the third quarter.
You know, we've got some. We're trying to get the fans back in the stands. Always an issue. And nothing's changing. The official is demanding them to move, and they're not moving. Reminds me of my teaching skills.
Osceola now going from right to left with possession here in the third. There's Del Val. Tough to handle. Florent underneath. Little scoop shot goes for Tevin Florent.
And I like what he's given the Cowboys. Nice move inside, but he's also a rebounder, which they desperately need at this end.
Just a sophomore, biggest guy on the team. And that shot is good.
And we've had as much scoring in the first 30 seconds as we had almost the entire second period.
24-20. Turner with that last bucket.
And now Liberty going a little bit man-to-man. You would have thought with their zone being so effective.
Oh, the bank is open tonight for Cortez Edwards.
And you saw a sly grin on his face. He knows he got away with one there.
26-20, that was a two-pointer. 11 now for Cortez Edwards, who continues to be lights out from the outside.
And the floodgates have opened.
Go to a man-to-man. Another long shot on the way. Money, honey, DJ Ellaby.
And there we see that 6'7" shooting guard again, who's going to guard their post player and then hit a three at the other end.
Ellaby leading the Chargers with 9 points. 3-point lead for Osceola. Florence, they walked with the basketball before the shot.
And I'd have to see that one again. I thought that was a pretty nice post move to get to 2 feet. The referee saw it otherwise. Happened a lot in my coaching career, too.
Different perspective. Handling the basketball is Edwards. Kind of a ride pass, Vedot, take it all the way to the glass and scored. And the lead's been cut to 1.
Strong move there by Kamar Edwards. Strong to get through the paint and to the basket.
Edwards now has 5. Osceola's lead has been trimmed to 1. Del Val pull up from about 15 feet and knock it home.
And that was great defense by DeJuan Williamson. Did everything he could do to stop that. Just sometimes there's a better shot.
Seen a couple of times tonight, Travis, where Liberty is pulled to within a bucket or a point, and Osceola stretches it right back out.
And that might come from confidence of Osceola, of never losing to this team. There's a lot to be said for that, and when the chips are down, sometimes that confidence rises to the top.
Timeout called by Coach Loster. You can log on to BHSN.com for the Athlete of the Week. Each week, Bright House Sports Network honors a student that excels on and off the field. Destiny Walker, she's our Athlete of the Week. We talked about her at halftime, 50 points in the showdown on O-Town. Our Athlete of the Week on BHSN.com as well. You can witness awesome high school sports on Bright House Sports Network, your home for high school sports. 3-point game, Osceola in the lead, coming off a loss. Only 3 so far this season. Do not want to pick up a 4th tonight, as they are undefeated in district play as we speak.
And if you're in that huddle, you're building off of that confidence that you're undefeated in this district, a team that's kind of your stepbrother here, this Liberty team that's never beaten you. You just want to keep building on it and keep building on the guys' confidence coming out of this huddle.
Nate Alexander in his 4th year really has this program in a great place. His 8th year overall at Osceola, an assistant for 4 years as well. Possession from Liberty is Edwards will work in on Vedot, kick it outside to Ellaby.
They're looking to post Kamar Edwards, big strong kid in that post. Let's see what he can do with it. Double team comes.
Edwards stutter shot, and skying for the rebound was Del Val. Here come the Cowboys. Taking it to the hoop, Martinez scores it. It's a 5-point lead, 4 points on the night for Martinez. And
that's not only a strong move, that's a smart move. The pass wasn't there, so go strong off 2 feet with that left hand.
DeJuan Williamson. As Black has been guarding him most of the night. And Ellaby with another bucket. He's got 11 points.
And there's DJ Ellaby doing it inside and out for the 6'7" guard.
30-27 our score. There's Orlando Martinez off the glass and good. Boy, in the lane, there's not many better than Orlando Martinez.
And he has got some swagger to his game. He's confident as can be. His chest is out. He's proud of what he's doing out here tonight.
As the locks flowing behind him. 32-27, lead back up to 5. Out of bounds, it will stay with Liberty. Kamar Edwards.
Tough place to take it out here. You really don't have a set play from that angle. Just want to get it in, and work against this man-to-man.
Able to do so. Bradley works in on Martinez. A reach-in foul will be called on Orlando. He raises his hand and admits it.
Don't see that much often. You don't see that very often anymore, I should say. The guy raises his hand.
I'll take it.
Normally it's
a what? Who, me?
Yeah, normally it's palms to heaven. Who, me?
4 minutes to go, third quarter. As the Chargers continue to trail here. 5-point the deficit right now, 5 points. Ellaby trying to cut into it. Shot is high, but lands off the back iron. Vedot has it. Martinez the other way, into the lane, puts it up off balance. Stays with Osceola.
And give Martinez credit. That's the third time I've seen him get hit pretty hard, no call. And he doesn't complain. I like that attitude.
Well, took the inbound. Now Martinez will kick it out. Edwards. Florent. Martinez thought about three, passed it up. Here's Del Val, and it's good.
Del Val is instant offense for this Cowboy team, but it's Martinez again who sets him up. He had a good shot. His teammate had a better shot.
Biggest lead of the game now, 34-27 for Osceola. If you're Liberty, not only do you need to start scoring, but you got to think about stopping the Cowboys.
Yeah, teams that press don't like to be pressed. So if you're the Liberty coach here, Coach Loster, you want to really maybe start thinking about some pressure, whether that just be a half-court trap or picking up full court.
See the Chargers this season, they've got 7 losses, but 6 of those have come by 5 points or less, so they are in every ball game.
And this is what I used to tell my guys when I coached, that close and close are spelled the same way. When we get close, we want to close games. You want to be closers.
Well, right now, Liberty with the basketball, but facing 7-point deficit. It is 34-27.
Great atmosphere here at Liberty with cheerleaders in the house, pep band.
Williamson take it all the way, just can't buy a bucket right now. Ahead, Orlando. Martinez, no, the follow shot is good for Edwards.
And there's that chaos we were talking about, but under control with the putback.
Lead is 9 on the other end. The underneath shot's just not falling for the Chargers.
And this is the biggest difference I see with these teams, is that at one end we see Osceola finishing on those shots, and at the other, Liberty not so much.
Ellaby inbounds way out to that far wing. Bradley, the energy player on the team. Ellaby tries to force it inside, and Florent showing the nice hands, picking it off.
That's twice now. Liberty has tried to throw it inside, and it's just not there.
Cross court, 3 on the way, and it is Drano. Etwan Black gets on the score board. 39-27.
That play set up at the other end by Cortez Edwards. Rebounds, assists, block shots. He's doing it all.
Lead is 12 for Osceola. They continue to defend. Well, this 9-0 run could stop here. There'll be an inbounds play coming for Liberty.
And if you're Osceola, you've got him on the ropes. You don't want to let him off here. You want to keep that pedal to the metal. Keep pouring on the pressure.
Now it's good, and Riviera Colon can't get the shot to fall. Battle for the loose basketball in front of us. Oh, looping shot again. Finish cannot be made. Edwards on the move, in traffic, and he's fouled.
He's giving him 2 shots on that too. I thought maybe he was on the floor. Let's look at it here. Nice little cross step. Said he was going up with it. 2 shots. Coach Loster for Liberty wants that call at the other end there too.
This is the first. Edwards, as he's shown, one of the more versatile players in Osceola County, if not the Central Florida area. misses both of them. So the lead remains 12.
And that's the one chink in his armor we've seen so far here tonight is he's not a great free throw shooter.
62% on the season, and that one thrown away. The turnovers are starting to creep up. They only had 6 at the half. Remember, 23 in the earlier meeting. Had to like where they were at, but now Osceola turning it up a bit.
Yeah, and that's the difference here in the second half is the turnovers leading to points at the other end for the Cowboys.
Martinez to Edwards. How about crossover, a little alley-oop action, doesn't fall, but the follow shot is good, in fact, for Frankie Fabian.
Had a great play set up, pass just hits the rim. And a great name, Frankie Fabian with the putback.
Osceola now on an 11-0 run. Badly needing a bucket, DeJuan Williamson and the Chargers. Stop the bleeding here, nearly a turnover. Here's the pull-up from Williamson, and he's got it. On the board, finally, Williamson with 2.
And we've been waiting for Williamson. We've been waiting for him to answer the bell, and here he does it. Pull-up 3. And that causes another turn. It causes some energy in your defense when you hit a big 3 like that, and that forces the turnover.
45 seconds to go. Underneath the basket, hesitation just a moment. Costs nobody, comes back out. Shows composure and scores it off the glass.
And he is Liberty's best low post player. They need to go to him more.
They denied. Edwards to the basket, no. Rebound pulled down by Williamson. Here they come the other way. 20 seconds to go in the third. Edwards getting trapped into the corner, and heads up play knocks it off of the defender, Etwan Black.
And at times, if you're Liberty, it seems like, how many guys do they have out here? It seems like everywhere they go, they're getting trapped.
Riviera Colon high in the air as Lino gets fouled. And again, the foul on Orlando Martinez.
Let's see here. Let's see if he maybe grabs him. A little pass interference maybe. Grabs him from behind.
Hilliard showing some quicks there on the dribble.
And here we want to look out for the inbounder. Sometimes your best play is that inbounder stepping back in and getting it back. If he can get it in.
Able to get the last second. Noel loses the handle. Osceola basketball.
And here with 5.5 seconds, more than enough time. Especially with the skill guys like Edwards and Martinez here. A lot of options to bring this ball up.
Nice turnover. And there's one the other way. That's going to come easy for DeJuan Williamson. As the quarter expires, the lead is now 7. 41-34 at the end of 3. Does Liberty have enough to get back in it? We'll find out. Fourth quarter next on Bright House Sports Network. Osceola has never trailed in this one. They've led throughout, currently lead it by 7, 41-34 over Robert Loster's Liberty Chargers. We'll have the basketball here to start the fourth. So glad you're with us. Jeff Radcliffe alongside Travis Jones and our entire Bright House Sports Network crew, hoping for a good finish here. Our first ever visit to Liberty High School in Kissimmee.
Hopefully we can have a fourth quarter like the third quarter, a lot of offense.
Didn't start that way. It was about a 3-minute drought. Then it picked up.
Absolutely. And I think we've seen an extra pep in the step here with Osceola on the defensive end.
DeJuan Williamson. If you want to have a deliberate offense when you're trailing here in the fourth, got the time at the moment. Inside, Williamson, no shot, it's waved off. He traveled with the basketball even though the shot fell.
And this is a tough one. He gets 2 steps, of course. Picks up his dribble. 1, 2. Oh, I don't know. I'd let that one go just to get the crowd into it.
The crowd still cheered until they saw the traveling motion by our referee. Crew tonight, a good one. Chris Sorrow, Willie Cartagena, and Ronald Tila. A little spin by Edwards. It comes the other way. Showtime, and it's laid up and in for Riviera Colon.
Here you've got some experienced Osceola guards that shouldn't get flustered with this.
The dot, and can't get the shot to fall, but he'll shoot free throws.
Absolutely.
There's Nate Alexander. His team currently ahead by 5. Facing a little run here from Liberty.
And like I was saying, their guards are so good, so skilled. We see Will Vidot just kind of put his head down, get to the basket, but free throws have been an issue for the Cowboys.
59% free throw shooter coming in, Vidot, who had 15 points and 3 rebounds against OCP on Saturday in the showdown in O-Town.
Coach Loster was yelling that he wanted someone to step in and take a charge on that play. He even had written on their board a little motivation. Anyone who takes a charge tonight gets a milkshake. he hasn't had to buy a milkshake yet.
Vidot rattles that one home.
Good look at Coach Loster there. Had a good talk with him before the game. Really excited for this team. He's excited with his guys. He's got some real high hopes for this playoffs.
Took over a program that had won just 1 game the season before he got here. Turning it into a contender, not just in their district, but in Osceola County. And there's a turnover. Ahead, and Florent, too tough to handle off of Martinez.
And that's a little bit of that controlled chaos that we talked about. That was an opportunity for Osceola to take a turnover, live ball turnover, and extend this lead, and they just couldn't do it.
6:20 to play. Ellaby will bring it up on Del Val.
So we've seen Ellaby guard the post, bring the ball up, and shoot a 3.
Riviera Colon drains the J. He's got 7 points.
That's his second 3. The guard off the bench coming in. A turnover earlier made up for it with that 3.
Meanwhile, on the other end, another easy shot for Martinez. Ain't nothing but a thing. He's got 8 points.
And it's kind of ho-hum for the Cowboys. Just some simple offense there, and they seem unrattled by this big crowd.
Down by 6 with the basketball. The Chargers working it inside. Ellaby will take it in. Off the glass, no. Pulled down by Vidot. Now ahead, Del Val lays it in.
And Del Val has answered the bell time and time again tonight. Whether it's a big shot or they're in transition, he's had a great game for the Cowboys.
Meanwhile, on the other end, timeout for the Chargers. Del Val with 6 points in the second half. As we take another look at the run and gun.
Del Val was leaking out as that shot went up. I think he wanted the big dunk shot there, but nothing going. And it's Will Vidot that threw it up ahead. We used to call that a pitch up ahead. He did a great job of it.
Log on to BHSN.com and watch your favorite game of the week online. This season, Bright House Sports Network is streaming every game on BHSN Live. Watch the games live or catch the replays on your PC, iPhone, iPad, or Android phone. Bright House Network's cable subscribers are able to watch for free. Non-subscribers, you're okay as well. You can watch all the action by purchasing a daily or monthly pass. Witness awesome high school sports on Bright House Sports Network, your home for high school sports. Got Earth, Wind, and Fire in the band section tonight. And coming up this weekend, Travis, you'll be busy. The Think Pink Classic. 2 big games for you coming your way on Bright House Sports Network. A little girls basketball action. Got 4 top 10 teams in this one. Lake Highland Prep taking on number 8 Lake Mary. Of course, Lake Highland, the number 1 team in the BHSN poll. Then Winter Park and Spruce Creek, number 6 versus number 9.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to calling both of those games. I've had a chance to see most of those teams play, and they are fun to watch. Exciting girls basketball Saturday from University High School. It's going to be awesome.
Travis will be with Austin Lyon to witness that one. 5 minutes to play. The time is now for the Chargers. to start making some shots.
You said it, Jeff. The time is now under 5 to play. You really want to start chipping away at this lead and then getting stops at the other end.
And poked away. Edwards trying to force the issue. Initially got the turnover. Coming back. Ellaby. Reverse layup is good.
And there's that interior passing we talked about earlier. The Chargers excellent at it.
6-point lead. 4:30 to go.
And again, you see no panic in this Osceola team. It helps that they're going up against the zone. They can really settle and not really have to extend themselves too much.
Del Val to the bucket. No. Rebound. D. Turner.
Well, that's the first miscue I can think of for Del Val tonight. He's had a solid game.
Lead is 6. Ellaby passed up the shot on the outside. Back out quickly to Williamson. 4 minutes to play in this one.
Good skip pass.
Here comes the three-pointer on the way, off the mark, and rebound by Florence. No outlet to Del Val. Osceola not going to waste any time. Now they'll pull it out. Clock in their favor.
Absolutely. You're only ahead 2 shots, up 6 points, under 4 to play. But you can take the air out of it if for no other reason to make them come out and do a defense they're not used to performing.
All by himself. Florence misses the shot. Big rebound again, Turner.
And that's what happens. When you come out and extend your defense, sometimes you get a guy taking a shot that isn't used to it.
Turned over once again. In the lane, shot no good. Tip is good. Kamar Edwards with the follow, and the lead is 4.
The strong sophomore with a big putback, maybe the biggest of the night so far.
3 minutes to go. Del Val will handle. Edwards now has 7 points for Liberty. Oh, looking down low for Vedot. Would have been tough to handle. Bradley touched it last, so Osceola basketball.
Coach Loster wants him to pack that zone in tight in this out-of-bounds play. Not tight enough, though.
Shot off the mark. Rebound again, Williamson. As the energy picking up in the gym now.
Here's where I go back to the big sophomore. Kamar Edwards has been your best scorer so far. I would find a way to get him involved offensively here.
Ellaby will inbound near side. Florent will check out for Osceola.
Good look there, Kamar Edwards. Again, I think he's your best weapon offensively. And it's a mismatch, too. He's got a smaller guy on him. He's got Vedot on him. Vedot very athletic, just not as big as him.
Here's the drive to the hoop. Shot is good. DeJuan Williamson cuts it to 2.
And he's saying, that's why I was the spotlight tonight. Now I'm showing you.
Liberty coming to life late. 2 minutes to go. Coming up on. Del Val, they come out to defend. Now Cortez Edwards. Del Val pulls up in the lane. Floater banks it home. Back up a 4-point lead now for Osceola. 1:50 to go.
And that's the second bank shot we've seen for the Cowboys. If Liberty can't win this game, those are two shots that are going to haunt them in the film room.
2-possession game. Williamson thought about it. Now D. Turner. Baseline jumper is short. Getting his own rebound was Ellaby. Got rejected underneath. Another offensive board. Under a minute and a half to go. Contested shot no good. Edwards. Change for $1. It's waved off and he traveled. Are you kidding me?
Oh my. I thought of a lot of contact there. A lot of contact underneath. First one, maybe some contact there. I'm not sure where the travel came from. He had his right foot planted the whole time.
Saw Cortez Edwards signal it, but he's not the referee, and Robert Loster is a bit hot.
Absolutely. That's all. You never want to see a travel with a minute and a half to go with 2 teams scrapping like this, especially when there was so much contact. And this is where you go to your team. Don't let them take it from us. Don't let the officials decide this. We determine who wins this game.
Liberty has never led in this one. and have never defeated Osceola, as you see on the screen. The school 8 years old. They're trying to get up in that company.
Here's where you want to go to a full court press, try to get hard traps in the corner, try to take away the middle, and then once it crosses half court, if you don't have a good solid trap in the half court setting, that's when I would start fouling.
Again, Osceola not the best free throw shooting team out there. As a team, 61%. Take your chances. .44 could be first to 50 here to win. Great environment here in Kissimmee. The band continuing to give all the support they can.
Yeah, what a great atmosphere. A school this young to have such spirit is quite remarkable. And well, here's where Liberty's going to have to foul with only 2 team fouls. You got to foul right away. You got to foul till they shoot them.